Hello. If you are here in the building with us today, we wanted to let you know that we have a little hospitality set up for after service. There are tables and chairs being put outside on Page Street and some coffee and pastries being set up in our lower lobby. You can walk through the downstairs lobby into the lower lobby to get some pastries and then step out onto Page Street where you can take off your mask and enjoy some dining al fresco with our friends and family here at Unity San Francisco. I hope you can stay and enjoy a little time with us. Hello and welcome to Unity San Francisco. I wanted to let you know that from this Sunday on, we are open for guests here in the sanctuary with us. So if you're interested in coming for next Sunday's service, the registration will be up and running right after this service online on our website. You can sign up for next week's service. We have a maximum of 30 guests that can attend here in the building right now. It's where our COVID restrictions are with the city of San Francisco, and the most we can have in the space while feeling like we are protecting each person's space and comfort level and safety, health and safety. So 30 people, we welcome you. We are delighted to have you back, and sign up. It's on a first come, first served basis. If you're not on the web and need some help, just call me or call us here in the office and we will sign you up. All right. Thank you and have a great Sunday.
Let me lift from the ground till my soul is in flight. Let me sway like the shade of a tree. Let me swirl like a cloud in a storm on the sea. Wish me on my way. Through the dawning day, I wanna flow, wanna rise, wanna spill, wanna grow on the side of a hill. I don't care if the train runs late, if the checks don't clear, if the house blows down. I'll be off where the weeds run wild, where the seeds fall far from this earthbound town. And I'll start to soar. Watch me rain till I bore. I'll catch a ship that'll sail me astray. Get caught in a wind, I'll just have to obey till I'm flying away. Let me leave behind all the clouds in my mind. I wanna wake without wondering why, finding myself in a burst for the sky. I'll just roll. Let me lose all control. I wanna float like a wish in a well, free as the sound of a sea in a shell. I don't know, but maybe I'm just a fool. I should keep to the ground. I should stay where I'm at. Maybe everyone has hunger like this, and the hunger will pass, but I can't think like that. All I know is somewhere through a clearing, there's a flickering of sunlight on a river long and wide, and I have such a river inside. Let me run through a field in the night. Let me lift from the ground till my soul is in flight. Let me sway like the shade of a tree. Let me swirl like a cloud in a storm on the sea. Wish me on my way. Wish me on my way. Through the dawning day, I wanna flow, wanna rise, wanna spill, wanna grow in the side of a hill. Wanna shift like a wave rolling on. Wanna drift from the path I've been traveling upon. Before I am
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unity San Francisco. I am so delighted to have you here in the room where it happens with us. And if you're at home, hello. I am so delighted to have you in your own room where it happens with us. I just wanted to go over, before service starts today, a couple of our safety protocols and as reminders and as a way to create this safe place together. First is that while you're here in the space, masks are worn at all times. You will see us here on platform without masks, but as we enter and as we exit, we'll be putting our mask on or off. And the only time you'll see us without a mask is when we're up here. Otherwise, in the sanctuary, on the stairs, in the restrooms, in the halls, please keep your mask on at all times. Also, you will notice that there is hand sanitizer all around the room, right underneath your chairs. There are stations all in the halls and downstairs. You can use it at any time for your own personal safety and comfort. Please respect everyone's distance and needs for distance, and just know that we are here to respect everybody's personal choices in this and keep each other safe. So thank you for being here. If you have any questions about our protocols or about any issues here, please see myself, Deanne, or any of the staff members. We're here to help you. One last reminder is we are now back live with people in the room. And so this is a reminder to turn off your cell phones, to let it go to silent. You can post, you can tell people you're here, you can take a picture of us, that's all fine, but do it all silently so the ringer doesn't go off. We're gonna have a great service for you here today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Delighted that you've joined us. Hello and welcome to Unity San Francisco, and happy Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a very, very special holiday and laden with all kinds of complexities, isn't it? Because we have all have a mother but may not be with her anymore physically, and the complexities of that. So I thought the best way to start this day was to ask two mothers to work today and be my platform assistants. So please welcome to the platform Kristen and Misa.
And welcome, welcome.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. It's just, mothers rule the world, right?
Yes.
We're the nurturers. We give birth. We nurture. We give birth to many things. There are different types of mothers, right? We all have a mothering spirit inside of us. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Can I get a yay man on that
Yay.
one? Right? It's about nurturing. It's about watering those seeds, watching them grow. It comes in many different forms and fashions, right?
Yeah, and we would be remiss not to just mention what a year it's been for mothers and what we've all been called on to do. I think being selfless to an extent is what we always are, but this year we were called upon to be that in so many ways.
Oh, and it just manifested in, there's tales of beauty, right? There's ways that we were called upon as mothers, whether we're male or female or they, them, that manifested so beautifully this year. But because as mothers we're so selfless, we tend to forget, like the biggest piece of it is you have to secure your oxygen mask first. right? So we're steadily giving, steadily investing in those around us, steadily nurturing those around us, and we begin to shrivel like raisins because we're not giving to ourselves. We're not nurturing ourselves. We're not leaning into the truth of we are the fountain.
Right.
And fountains replenish. You have to keep feeding that fountain.
Yeah, and so the invitation also is to practice that self-compassion and that gentleness that we give to all of those people that we love, and turn it back to ourselves and feed ourselves so we can continue to do that. And we're just about to start with our first song, and part of that is all about the power of forgiving ourselves and understanding really that there are no mistakes, that being hard on ourselves and critical on ourselves depletes our energy.
Indeed.
And that we are always in a position to forgive ourselves and to open our own heart to the compassion that exists within ourselves.
Indeed.
And so our next song is It All Fades into God by Carl Pantal.
Right? There's only growth opportunity, so we're going to grow one more time. No, there we go. Come on. There we are.
In my pain, there inside my weakness is the seed of something greater in me, and the shame of not choosing higher. All the disappointing moments fade into God. No mistakes have been made in God. All the ways that we seem to fail in God all fade. All fade into God. God is my light, in God is such excellence. All the ways that we seem to fail in God all fade. All fades into God. No mistakes have been made in God. All the ways that we seem to fail in God all fade. All fades into God.
There are no mistakes. The seeming failure washes as we lean into the divine. So in this moment, I invite you to lean into the chair, to let go of the holding on, and to let the water flow down the stream, to let the mistakes fade into the background, and to let your true self come forward. That love and compassion, the peace and wisdom that is your true nature, rise in consciousness, in wholeness, and oneness with all life. For this is who you are called to be: whole, peaceful, loving, powerful, serene. It all fades into God. for it is all divine. In this moment, in this day, we celebrate the truth of who we are and what we are. And together, we say, I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thanks. And Carl Pantal, everyone. What a gift he is to our community, and what a gift you all are, as well as our prayer chaplains. If you have something on your heart today, something that you are carrying around that you want to release, to let fade, to let go of, or some celebration that you want to honor and bring forth, I invite you to use our prayer chaplains. You can submit a request today, right now, on our website, and you can also pray with a prayer chaplain here in the sanctuary right after service. They'll be at the back of the room here, ready to pray with you. And online in our spiritual Zoom room, you can connect with a prayer chaplain and get one-on-one prayer in a breakout room. Lots of ways for you to experience the wholeness, the serenity, and the joy of one-on-one prayer here at Unity. And Kristen, I'm going to invite you back to platform and let you take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you. And so now it's time, we're getting ready for our community song. So it's just a reminder, we're going to do our interactive meet and greet. So if you're not already viewing on the Spiritual Salon, just click the button and join us so we can say hello and see all your beautiful faces. And today our community song is truly community in that it's interactive. And I'm going to ask Ken to talk to us a little bit about that so we can introduce it.
Thank you. So you may know this, we're doing Face of God today. Some of you might very well know what Face of God is, but there's a version of it in American Sign Language that, especially if you're masked and don't feel like singing, don't want to sing with your mask on, you can do it in American Sign Language with us. And so I'm going to teach you that first, and then we will all do it together, and invite you to stand for this. At home, too. So here's the sign language. It goes, you are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Once again, you are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And here's Misa and company.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
And now it's time for our spiritual meet and greet. And you, all of you there in Zoom room, are the face of God. I hold you in my heart, for you are a part of me. You are the face of God. Namaste. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome. This is great. Welcome back to the sanctuary. It's like fabulous. Thank you. It's so wonderful to have you with us. It's Stacy. Valerie's in too. So wonderful. And I'm going to kick it back to Misa is on platform. So that's a change. Not what I expected. All right.
That's me.
Going with it. We're going with the flow.
It's Mother's Day. The mothers are, we got this. We've got this. Good morning. Oh, let's take this off. That way I can actually speak. Whew. It's always a pleasure to see everybody's faces, especially those that I haven't seen in a long time. And we've also got some members that are like in far places across the country. So that's been part of the beauty, right, of COVID. That's one of the positives of COVID, is that we've been able to expand the membership, the reach, the community to the far reaches of the U.S. And part of the way we've done that is because we've based some of the decisions that we made, the investments in infrastructure and video, on the gifts that we've been blessed to be received from our community. So we can have members in New York and Louisiana and all these places because of you, right? So as always, we have many ways that you can give to support all the beautiful things that are happening here at Unity San Francisco. You can always text to donate at 44321. The clicker's not working again, but luckily I remembered this part. There we are. Text Unity SF to 44321 to donate. There's also a button on our website that you can click for donations as well. If you're on YouTube or in the Zoom, there's also a link in the chat you can click. And then we always will accept a good old-fashioned check sent right here to 240 Page Street. We always invite a member of our community, typically a member of our board, to share why they give of their time, talent, and treasure. And it's my pleasure to introduce Susan Ives today. Susan?
Thank you, Misa. Yeah, this is amazing. This is my first time back since the shutdown, and I was speechless when I first walked in here, honestly. Kristen said something to me. I didn't even see her because I'm like, oh my gosh, these windows are amazing, and it doesn't hurt that it's a really beautiful sunny day in San Francisco, but they are amazing. And yeah, so much, even like these few nuggets of wisdom that I've heard so far in the service, right along with my the reason I give. And I'm a mother of 2 sons, adult sons, and it's being part of Unity and taking classes, attending services has taught me so much about being in relationship with my sons and my family and coworkers and everybody in the world. And one of the things is you think when your children are young and they're crying and they're toddlers and they're doing their things, that's the most difficult part of parenthood. But I would say that equally different is to parent adult children. And, and it's something that I apply my unity principles all the time, is understanding that they make their own choices. They choose to interact with me in what is appropriate for them at that stage in their lives. And I am not going to, I address that I might have a hurt feeling, but I am not going to let that affect my relationship or affect my mood, because I am a beautiful, divine, spiritual being, and so are they. They and everyone is acting are behaving in a way that is appropriate for that stage in their life. And I thank Unity for teaching me that, because there's a lot of mothers and fathers that, the guilt trip is not helpful. so that's my reason that I love Unity and Unity's teachings, and especially Unity San Francisco. And I appreciate all of you here, and I'm usually in the salon, so all of my salon Zoom friends as well. Okay, thank you.
Susan. Yes, as a mother of adult children, I hear everything she just said. But that's one of the joys of being a mother, right? Recognizing that whomever this child we mentored that has grown into their own. And we give so that we can continue to lean into principles and learn things that will help us navigate this thing called life. So I have an affirmation, Unity San Francisco affirmation for giving and receiving. I will say it once. I'll invite you to know it. Do I need to talk about dominion today? Know it with me, all right? I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. No. I said know this with me. Speak in conviction. Do you know it? Let's hear that you know it. All right? All together. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Absolutely. Ken?
Yeah. Thank you. Holy Mother! Means I will need the clicker. Holy Mother. She is a holy mother, right? I couldn't resist that. Okay, I'll step back into the frame. I couldn't resist that talk title, right? Because of it being Mother's Day and getting to do this talk on Mother's Day. But first I want to talk about what holy is, right? Holy means whole, means aligned with spirit, means that perfection in spirit. For we are all in physical bodies, each and every one of us, but we are also all whole and holy. We are eternal beings, spiritual beings, having a physical experience. And having a physical experience of motherhood, having a physical experience of gender, wherever your gender falls in the spectrum of possible gender identification, that's what you're having. And every single one of you sitting here and at home know that at different times and in different situations in your life, you have been called to be mother and father. You have been called to be that divine presence, the divine feminine, the divine masculine. And you get to choose which elements of your spiritual being show up in this physical body. And to be whole is to realize that in any moment, in every situation, we're choosing which aspect, which facet of our divine identity we let shine, we allow to be known, and we give service to. Every single one of us, in the sound of my voice, listening to this down the line, listening to it here today, was born of a mother. We may have never known them. They may have what seemed like abandoned us or left the planet. but we all came from a mother, and we were all mothered and nurtured. So take the moment to realize that that is the one thing that unites and connects us all. Hi, welcome. Sorry, someone was just coming in and caught my attention there. So we take this moment to call it holy. Whatever your experience of motherhood has been, your mother, your physical mother, your chosen mother, your current mother, and how you mother, we can see it all as holy. I know in my life there have been a group of nurturing, mothering influences, holy people. There have been a group of those same people that help nurture my children, because God knows I can't do it alone. And to accept that and to know it is such a blessing. The wholeness of all of us is what makes the divine feminine. Do you get that? The wholeness of every being comes together and makes that thing we call spiritual divinity. Because we've been through hell and back. We are living in a pandemic. We're living in a country where systemic racism is the given, where people are attacked for no reason on the street other than someone else's internal prejudice and hatred. And yet, in that, we are nurtured. In that, we are supported. In that, we are held. So I asked Cleo to sing this song for us today, because that divine energy of motherhood, that divine wisdom of motherhood exists all the time. All the time. Even when we can't see it, when we don't feel it or know it. It's there.
When I am down and oh, my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on my
Cleo Briggs. Wow. She makes it look so easy. We know it's not. We know it's not. It's such beauty and talent. And that truth, that there is a divine presence always in our life, lifting us up when we think we can't get up, raising us up to more than we think we are or could be, always is available to us. Call it the universe, call it spirit, call it God, call it Jesus. It does not matter, but it is there. When I entered Unity, I was really stunned because when I entered New Thought and heard these teachings for the first time, because it was the first time I heard the concept of Father, Mother, God, right? And in Unity early prayers, rather than saying Father God, they said Father, Mother, God. Today we use more androgynous or non-specific terms of God has no gender, God, energy, life. But that first elevation of the divine feminine, Father, Mother, God, equals partners, that yin and yang of energy, that both are necessary to be whole, was revolutionary for me and for the spiritual teachings I had known. But it is an old concept. Unity didn't create it. It is called New Thought, but it's about us taking on a new thought. It's not that it's a new thought. Throughout history, the divine feminine has been elevated, right? In early Judaism, in Sarah and Abraham, Ruth, Naomi, all of the matriarchs, Miriam, of Judaism were that divine feminine. That story of Israel would not exist without the divine component. In Christianity, of course, Mary the mother, and Mary Magdalene, neither of which would Jesus' ministry have happened. Right? The divine feminine. And I ran across someone recently who said the reason she stays in Catholicism, the reason that it supports her, is because of Mary. Right? And the adoration and the understanding of that divine feminine archetype raised in that kind of exalted place. If we look at paganism, if we look at Native American traditions, if we look at any other tradition through the world, we will see examples of the divine feminine given all the time in gods, goddesses, in stories and folklore. But where is it in our lives? In your own personal life, can you elevate the concept of the divine feminine to the stories, the understandings of your life? Can you see how you tell in stories and how you tell the story of your own life? The gift of that divine feminine energy that has nurtured and supported and elevated you. So today, can you choose to uplift those examples, to make it a larger part of your life? And the way to do that is just to notice and then celebrate how many divine influences, feminine influences, have nurtured you and supported you through your life. So one may be your mother, but it may not. My son, who's outside right now helping us, would not say that about his mom, his birth mother. But at the same time, when I met him, there was a team of women who took care of all of his needs. Some were social workers, some were friends, one was a CASA worker who rallied to be the team that Tobias needed to survive those years till he could find home in our house. And each and every one of you have, I know, a litany, a laundry list of women in different ages and different times, and men at different ages and different times who have fulfilled that need for you. And I don't want to be gender specific here because as I'm thinking about it, I think of all of my friends who are stay-at-home dads now, right? And who are doing that on a daily basis today? Who are those people in your life? And celebrate that village. Celebrate that village of divine feminine that has allowed you to flourish in this moment, to be here, whole and complete, to be healed. To walk through these doors, to walk into unity, means that you are ready on some level to do the work necessary to transform your life. We do not come here by accident. You are here for a divine appointment. And that appointment is there is no one else to blame. Look at your life, and everything in your life is there because you are choosing it. You are an adult. Everyone here in this room is an adult, and you are choosing this life. And that's a hard thing to say sometimes. It's a hard thing to realize sometimes. But everything in your life is a result of a choice you have made. When we can celebrate how we have been nurtured and supported, we can let go of the victim story. We can let go of the ain't it, I was done so wrong stories that most of the world exists with, and celebrate all that you've been given, all that you have right here and right now. And then from that place of power, from that place of ownership and strength and holiness, you can expand yourself by being that divine force, that divine energy of nurturing and motherhood to people in need. When you go beyond what you think is possible and give to others, you stretch yourself. You open your capacity. You amaze yourself at how much you can handle, and the wisdom flows through you like a river flowing downhill. It cannot be stopped. You become larger. You get carved deeper. You become richer and fed by the service of nurturing others. It is each and every one of our calls here today to own the divine feminine of our being, that nurturer, that caregiver, that healer, that birther, that creator of life, so that the world may be whole. When we withhold that acknowledgement of how important the feminine is in our lives, we are leaving half off the table. And we wonder why the world limps along. Right here and now, you are whole, perfect, balanced. In you, in each and every one of you, lies everything you need. And to accept how it's going to show up at the right time. And as Susan said, thank you for giving a sermon for me today, Susan, because that was so right. In any moment, we are always just expanding one area or another, right? So that it's what's needed for our own psyches in that moment. It's for our own health and well-being. But everything exists in balance within us. So today, we expand by choosing what to bring forward to the world and give it to others. And then the last way is with love. And for a lot of us in this world, we do think of mothers on Mother's Day with love. While we were rehearsing here this morning, my phone went off and it was my mom. I had called her earlier, and Mom, because she's in a memory care unit, it's really hard to get a hold of her, and it's hard for her to pick up the phone. She doesn't always know that. But my sister was with her this morning, and we had been texting, and she called with Mom. She had Mom and put Mom on the phone. And I got to sit right there on that piano in the middle of the rehearsal and have a exquisite moment with my mother, telling her how much love she had given me and how honored I am to be her son. And how perfect and helpful her love was. She responded, I was like, well, I don't know if that's true. And I said, I do. I do. And that was such a gift to me. Mom, as all of you who know who deal with Alzheimer's and the long goodbye, isn't the mom I had before. But Mom here in my heart is perfect and whole, is lovely, and has given me the ability to stand here today with you and know that everything is good. Everything is perfect. Everything is love. It is. Even the mistakes, that's why we chose the song at the beginning. Even the mistakes our parents made, they're making them out of love. They're making them because they're doing the best they know how. Can I share that, what you told me? I'm asking on the spot. Kristen told us also, after I got off the phone with Mom, the story of her dad. When she last was with him, he said to her, I need to tell you something. And she said, when you were born, I was 20 years old. We were kids. And she said, Dad, you don't have to tell me this. And then she stopped herself and let him apologize for not knowing better and for making mistakes. And that was the last time they spoke when he made his transition. Those gifts of accepting love, that was an act of love both ways. I could listen to that story and see the love her father was sharing with her and the love she gave by just listening and accepting and not blaming. And then she gave it to me and then to all of us. Loving is a purposeful act. It's a choice. Love wholly, fully, wastefully, but purposefully. There's two words I want to share with you about this. In that understanding of the divine feminine, we know that there's nowhere we can go that Mom will not be. Nowhere we can ever travel that wisdom, that love will not be. And that there's nothing we could ever do, ever do, that could take that love away of her. And when we can live in that understanding of love, everything changes. So let's take that to our time of meditation. And the words of Karen Drucker again, there is only love. I invite you to get comfortable, to let the chair hold you, and let Misa serenade you.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
The Course in Miracles states, nothing unreal can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. There is only love, because everything else fades, is temporary, lacking real permanence and substance. Look back on your life right now in this moment of meditation and peace and see all the examples of love, the nurturing, the care that you have been given, the support when you were fallen and seemingly broken, when you thought you had failed. Notice how the love of others, the love within you, got you up to pick up and take steps towards a new day. This is the gift of the divine feminine in your life. Love beyond measure. Love without limitation. Love without judgment. Love without condition. For you are worthy and whole. In this moment of silence, feel that love. Know love. When we've gotten off track, when we've gone down the wrong path, love is that energy that pulls us back, that guides us, that saves us. Love. Simple and not easy. Powerful and gentle.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from
You know, open your hands and let it fall away.
I
Shake it off.
open my eyes and see
And look around now.
there is only love. love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
There is only love. And I think it bears reading once more that Ken said that just moved me so much. There is nowhere that you can go that I will not be. And there is nothing you could do that could keep me from you. Now it's time for our spiritual practices. And these are ways for us to anchor into our moment-to-moment practice, supporting the wholeness that we know ourselves to be. It's an opportunity. And this week, I am standing and choosing to elevate the divine feminine. And I invite you all to celebrate and notice how you are nurtured and to expand by nurturing others and to love purposefully. So if you're in the sanctuary, we've got a spiritual connection card on your seat. You can fill in which one of these you are choosing to use as support for this week. At home, there's a link underneath the screen that you can simply tap on and fill out and let us know. And fill out something that resonates or comes up for you, because we'd love to have you share that for us. And if you're a first-time guest and joining us today, welcome. We are so grateful to have you all here. And by filling out your spiritual connection card, we'll be able to send you a little token of our gift and appreciation for your presence here today. So thank you. And now, for the blessing, I hand it back over to Misa.
Awesome. Yes. Oh, that was yummy. Yes, thank you, Kristen. So it's time for the blessing of the children. Children and mothers go hand in hand. We are all children of a mother, as Ken mentioned at the top of the service. And for those of us that are blessed to have birthed a child, there are children that are here, present in the world. There are children that are no longer here, whose presence is still with us. Then there's that child that's within. Because as a mother, I can honestly say and stand in conviction that I have made mistakes. There's some way that the seeds that I gave birth to were not watered. There is some piece of their spirit that I did not nurture. Because I too did the best I could. Continue to do the best I can. And for all of the children inside of us, those that are here present in the world, those that are no longer present in the world, recognizing that we are still right and perfect beings, we have an affirmation. So I will read it once, and I invite you to say it with me. Say it for the children in your lives. Say it for the children that you are, or the children that you were. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We love you exactly the way you are. Please know that with me.
You are God's perfect expression of divine life.
We love you exactly the way you are. Yes, yes.
So it is.
God makes no mistakes. So, we're open!
Yes, we are.
And we can get close a little
Yes, we
closer
can
now.
get a
You know,
little
in the world of vaccinations, I can almost be touching you. So we're open. Kristen, you want to talk to them about how they can join us in service?
Yes, so we'd love to see you in the sanctuary. Just go to our website and sign up. We do need to know you're coming, but our doors are open and we can't wait to welcome you. So just go in, sign up. Can't wait to see you.
Yes, yes, and we also have some new ways to connect virtually. So while we are coming back into presence and being present, like I mentioned earlier, we are across the nation. Actually, I think we actually have some people from across the world in other countries. So in order to continue to keep that fellowship and keep that connection in place for our virtual members, we have created this wonderful program, Weekly Ways to Connect. So there's all these different resources every day of the week, except on Sunday, because on Sunday you're coming here, right? There is a new way for you to dive into the content. Take Ken and Rev Deanne's talks along with you on Monday with a podcast. Tap into a midday meditation, or just revisit some spotlighted moments, perhaps, things that we found that bubbled up for the community, or maybe we were making a point about something crazy or something awesome that was happening in the world. So on our website, please take a look at the Weekly Ways to Connect.
Hey, and we've got a new class coming up
Woohoo!
with our very own Dave Cooperberg. It's based on the book, The Universe is Calling, and it's a way to open up to the divine through prayer. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. We'd love you to join. All the details are on the website. It's on Wednesdays from June 2nd to July 7th, 5 to 6:30. Please go on the website, check it out, and join us. Our classes are just an extraordinarily rich way to come together and connect as a community. And Dave is an amazing teacher, so I hope to see all of you in the class. Yeah.
Yes, and we'll get right to you. 1 second, Arlen. In addition to Dave Cooperberg's class,
Yes.
there's also a new visioning practice group with Tyler Kruger, who's going to be leading this. Now, for those of you who are more familiar with Unity, this is in keeping with previous visioning programs that we've had here as well. This is a great opportunity to kind of lean in and vision what your life might be, leaning into, Byron Katie's The 4 Questions and things along those lines. There's a lot of goodness that can come out of it. So that will be Mondays, June 6th through the 27th from 5 to 6. Now, if you have any questions about either of these classes or the Weekly Ways to Connect and you're in service today, please just tap one of us at the end of service and we'll be more than happy to answer that question for you. Or if you are in Zoom world, you can always send an email to office@unitysf.com and they can get an answer to you.
Yeah. Oh, and so upcoming happenings.
Yeah.
We've got our community connection, obviously, where prayer chaplains will be available for private prayer in breakout rooms. And if you're here, there'll be prayer chaplains available in the back for prayer as well. We have hospitality going on.
We have some hospitality today. Because it is Mother's Day, and I know these two mamas are working, we're not going to have the spiritual salon to give the opportunity for all of us to celebrate our mothers or be celebrated as mothers today. But there is a hospitality provided by Carol Dolahan, and we also have our daily meditations and other things.
Yeah, not to forget, we've got Reverend Deanne's during the week, Peace in the Midst, and also to remember Reverend Elizabeth's gorgeous sound meditation that happens on Sundays before service at 10 o'clock here in the sanctuary and in the Zoom world as well.
Yes,
so
yes.
we also invite you to join us for those.
Yes, and it takes you and it takes a village behind the scenes and just our wonderful ministerial staff and office staff, the AV team, music team. It takes a lot of folks to bring this to you live and in Zoom. So we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We are grateful.
Yeah, gratitude overflowing. Thanks to Tyler at home. We miss you.
Yes, Tyler, we miss you.
And just tremendous gratitude.
Tremendous gratitude. And on that note, we're going to move into our final affirmation of the day. Kristen?
Yeah, so I'll say this once and invite you to know it with me. I lovingly create a world of safety, equity, and equality. Can we know this together?
I lovingly create a world of safety, equity, and equality.
Yes.
And so it is.
And
Amen.
so it is. Amen. So we're moving into our final song. It is Grateful by Daniel Nama. Please stand as you're willing and able on Zoom and in the room, and let's party on out of here, shall we? Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it. You're the blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and stop looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything will feel gorgeous. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. For it all. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Grateful for it all. Na 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 na, na 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 na, grateful for it all.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Sunday, everybody. Mwah.